Hey everyone, in today's video, we're going to be building our first real AI agent together in n8n. If you clicked on this video, you've probably heard that term before, AI agent. Really, it's just a complex way of saying that you can give your computer the ability to perform tasks on your behalf with software that you use anyways. Think like Gmail or ChatGPT. Now we can give our computer the ability to interact with these softwares and complete tasks on our behalf. Now, this whole world can get quite complex, and we'll get to that at one point. For today, we're just going to be building out that foundational layer and getting a bit better at using n8n. So let's go ahead and get started. So when you log into n8n, you're going to be presented this view. This is going to be our overview or our homepage. I'm specifically in a project right now, our demo workspace. From here, we'll be able to create workflows. So I'm going to click on this top right here, create workflow. And from here, we'll be presented the n8n canvas. So I have the option to be able to create something manually, or I can build something with AI. Just for simplicity purposes, I'm going to create it manually. So here I can select on chat message. There's a variety of ways to trigger workflows, but for the AI agent, I'm going to select this one. And then that will get our we have a couple options here. I'm just going to select out of this, and as you can see here, I've got my initial node added to the canvas. Now what I'm going to do is select this plus sign right here, and I'm going to type in AI agent, and I'll select this. I'll exit out of this screen. And the way you want to think about this node right here is it's an orchestrator, right? So you see these three plus signs right here. Here we can select the chat model, which will be the brain of the AI agent. So we can go ahead and select that right now. There's a couple of models that you can choose from. You can experiment, or if you have a preferred one, you can go with that one. I have my OpenAI credentials already attached. So I'm just going to select OpenAI right here. So in this situation, I'm using the n8n free credits. When you sign up for n8n, you get 100 free credits. But then for longer term usage, I can create a video on how to actually create credentials, API credentials for whatever LLM that you want to use. But yeah, for today, we're just going to use the free credits right here. From here, I can select which model I want to use. I'm just going to keep it simple, go with 4.1 mini. And yeah, just like that, I've got my brain attached with this OpenAI chat model. But like I said, this is the orchestrator. Now we've got our brain attached, and from right here, we can actually get started working with it, right? So for example, I can, in this chat right here, I'll increase the size, and I can say like, "Hi, my name is Zarif. Nice to meet you." So now that the execution is complete, you can see that with my input, I said, "Hey, my name is Zarif. Nice to meet you. This is the output I got. Hi, Zarif. Nice to meet you too. How can I assist you today?" So already we're being able to complete, or we're able to chat with this agent. But check this out. If I type in, what is my name? What you'll see is that as of right now, this AI agent has no memory to understand previous conversations. So you can see it here in this output. I don't know your name based on our current conversation. If you'd like, you can tell me your name. So that's where this piece comes in, memory. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna select the plus sign, and there's a couple of ways to add in memory. You can go MongoDB, Postgres, etc., and we can have this super professional. But for today's purposes, you can also just use simple memory, and this will work for smaller use cases. So in this situation, I select simple memory, and then for the context window length, this is where I can decide how many messages the AI agent can go back to for this chat. I'll keep it simple again, just use the default 5. I'll exit out of here. I'll rearrange this. And now what I can do is say, again, "Hi, my name is Zarif. Nice to meet you." As you can see here, I got a similar message to last time, but now I can say output my name 3 times. So now we actually got the memory working. So as you can see here, it's output my name 3 times. So that's actually how memory works. So up to this point, we've attached the brain, we can get responses, and now we've attached memory. So now we can actually chat with our AI agent. Now, the final thing that we'll do is show you how to actually use tools. So again, you can connect it into your daily tools like Slack, Gmail, etc. For today's purposes, let's go ahead and use Gmail. So I've already attached my credentials for my personal Gmail. You can log in with OAuth. It's pretty easy. Or in a future video, I can cover service accounts. But from here, we have a couple of options. The tool description, I'll just keep it as email. The operation, we have a variety of operations. Reply, send, get as many emails as you want. In this situation, I'm just going to keep it as send. And here we can decide where we want to send the email to. So I can either hard code this into maybe my personal email inbox, or if there's a certain if there's a certain email that you want to keep hitting for whatever purpose, you can keep it at that. However, we also have this option right here, which is the AI option. So you can let the model define this parameter. I think this is really powerful because in the chat message, you can address who you want to share that email to. So I'll show you how that works. So I'm going to use this option right here. And yeah, that will be defined by the model. And then we can actually do the same for the subject and the message. So if I want the subject to be dynamic, I can select that. And then I can do that for the message as well. So what I've done effectively is allow the model to decide who I want to send it to, decide the subject, and decide the message based on the parameters of the message I sent. And just like that, we've got a fully working AI agent. So now we can test this out. So now that we've got all components of our AI agent attached, we can actually see what it looks like to send an email. So I'll say, hey, send an email to this email right here. And for the subject, include something funny. And then for the body, include a joke. So I'll send that off and you'll start to see that it will start executing. It's going to hit our model. It's going to use the memory to go back and forth, and it's going to eventually send that email. So here we can see that it's run successfully. Let's take a look at what the email that was sent. As you can see here, we've got our well, it was sent to myself, and then we've got something funny, I guess, for the subject, and then we've got a joke in the email. So now we can actually see that our agent is working. So let's go back to n8n itself. So like I said before, we set up our initial trigger so that we can interact with the AI agent. We've attached the brain, in this case, being able to hit the OpenAI API. We've got simple memory in place so we can remember conversations. And then finally, we've got a tool attached. Now, this is a foundational example. It's really just a building block for what we're going to be doing in the future. But I hope this video was helpful in helping you understand how to build a simple agent in n8n. But if you're looking to learn more about AI agents, and building within n8n, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out, and I'll catch you in the next one.